everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. If you've been drawn to this reading, this is literally the only deck that I was guided to use for this particular batch of readings for each sign. So it's called Soul Lovers and Separation. This is for those of you who feel very connected to a person, regardless of where you are at on the journey, more than likely at a distance from one another. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what presents itself here. I am going to bring forward 3 different scenarios. So you get to choose which scenario you're most guided towards, okay? And let's take a look and see, based off of what you choose, if I'm able to tap into your situation, your journey. And if not, feel free to go ahead and, view all of the other scenarios that are coming through for this batch of readings. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Hi there, Cancer. Here are your 3 scenarios. Believe it or not, I have no idea what it says in any of these cards. I shuffled. These are the 3 that came forward. And again, I haven't read any of them, so I'm just going to reveal them as I see them based off of what presents itself here. So go ahead and, either choose one. You can go ahead and pick which one you want based off of what you're intuitively feeling, or you can pause the video and think about it until you're guided to choose one. All right, so 1, 2, 3, totally up to you which one you choose. So let's get into it, Cancer. I'm gonna pull these guys aside. If you chose number 1, here is the message. I can't get you out of my head. I think about you always. I know that we are soulmates, forever entwined for eternity. Wow. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some insight for that particular message. So whoever you are thinking about at the time of this reading, this person is telling you they can't stop thinking about you. They can't get you out of their mind, their head. They believe that you guys are soulmates. Maybe you feel the same way. But we are focused on soul lovers and separation. So what's going on there? Even though you're not together, they still think about you. Look at that. 2 of Cups. This person still loves you. They still feel guided to you clearly. Maybe you still feel them energetically or even in your thoughts. Maybe you think about them too. Look at this, 10 of Cups. The card after that, 6 of Cups. We've got the Ace of Wands, 8 of Cups. This is somebody that either chose to distance themselves from you, or maybe you decided that there was something about the connection that you needed to break free from. Some of you guys could have been married or maybe talked about long-term commitment, but something clearly happened here to break you guys up. However, we can clearly see they can't stop thinking about you. That is confirmed by the 6 of Cups. There's a past influence coming through here for you and this person. And of course, the 6 of Cups can represent the memories. Some of those memories could absolutely be amazing and beautiful, but there could also be painful memories tied into that. When it comes to this person, they still feel very attracted to you. I feel not only on the outside, but on the inside, who you are as a person, what you represent to them. And they still see a lot of potential in perhaps getting back together, but there's a reason why the 8 of Cups is here. So it depends on how things played out for the 2 of you. Did you decide to end things? Did you decide to walk away from this person? Or was it them that decided to break free for whatever reason? And I feel it really does come down to the both of you getting onto the same page, onto the same path, wanting the same things. And of course, everybody can choose their own path in life. You both have your own free will to decide how this can ultimately play out. But it would, of course, be helpful if you choose each other again, if you choose to work on the partnership again. So if you chose number 1, and if you're really guided to this message, maybe, there has been no contact, but what we're seeing here is that this person that you are in separation from, they are heavily thinking about you. They really do feel that you guys are soulmates that belong together. and they would love to get back together. I feel that their ultimate desire is a reunion here. That is what they're wanting. So if you want that as well, I feel, you know, that certainly is a possibility. So you guys might run into each other again, or life might just find a way to bring you guys back together. All right, so that's what I've got for number 1. Beautiful messages there. Okay, so if you chose the second message, this is what we have. I don't like to admit it, but I could really use your help right now. I am struggling to do everything alone. I feel, first and foremost, they're feeling alone because you guys are in separation. You know, so this has been a struggle for this individual. All right, let's go ahead and grab some tarot and see what else we can learn here for you, Cancer. So this is for those of you who chose card number 2. Soul lovers and separation. I'm also feeling that they're trying to put up this brave front, you know, like they're doing fine, life is good, but behind closed doors, they're struggling, okay? All right, let's grab some tarot. This is my TANIELU tarot here. All right, what do we have? First of all, we have a reversed card, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So Queen of Pentacles in the upright is very giving, okay, very down to earth. You're level-headed. You are perhaps the type of person that gives your all in a connection, but in this particular situation, you might have given too much to this person. I feel for my feminines, you're expecting that and more from this masculine. You guys could have also had a child or children together, or a family dynamic was affected. That might have been because this person was entertaining other options, had way too much on their plate, perhaps. Divine Feminine, you're coming in with the energy of the High Priestess. I'm really feeling in this scenario, if you chose number 2, especially if you happen to be the feminine here, you knew about it before it even became apparent that something was going on. I don't know if it was infidelity, but you just had this inkling, this feeling, that nudge, you know, where you kind of felt something's off. So if this is your situation, you might have decided, you know what, let me get out of this before this person hurts me. Look at the next card. We've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the Devil coming through. You could be thinking of Cancer here. So I'm just kind of feeling we might have a masculine who wanted to play the field. They weren't ready to settle down. And maybe they weren't expecting you, Divine Feminine, to end things. Yeah, that's just the vibe that I'm getting. They didn't expect things to end. They wanted their cake and eat it too, but that's just unrealistic, you know? So they might have had these temptations outside of the relationship. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Tower, of course. The Moon. Look at these cards. Just look at these cards, guys. If you chose number 2, you probably have already lived what's coming through in these cards. A Tower moment, the breakup, the separation, they entertained other people, you know, so there's no movement here. We see a stalemate situation. The Moon representing the fact that they did something deceptive here, and so that's what created this Tower. Look at this. We've got the 8 of Cups coming up next. So if this is your situation, you walked away. I'm feeling the feminine might have walked away from this partnership because we have a masculine here who wasn't ready to settle down. They weren't ready to commit. They didn't want to be exclusive. They wanted to play the field. But we have here is this Temperance card. So they feel this 2 of Cups energy with you, Divine Feminine. They do now anyway. Maybe they didn't before. You know, they just wanted to have their adventures, their fun with other people. They could have been stringing you along. But, you know, my feminines, you might be a little bit apprehensive to even talk to this masculine should they reach out. And, you know, even if there's a little part of you that would entertain this conversation from this masculine, you're not going to dive in quickly. I feel you're going to take your time deciding whether or not this is worth pursuing. You know, look at this. We've got the Death card right here. Look at the next card coming up. Okay. And then we've got the Four of Cups. So here's the thing. If, let's just say, you decide that you're not interested in reconnecting with this person, even though you might still be very connected in the heart, you know, you could still have love for this person, or you might still care for them, but it came to an end for a reason. And I feel that was the opportunity for both of you to really address parts of yourself that might have contributed to why things happened the way they did. It could have been more so the masculine. And I feel for my feminines, that was your time to really assess your life, the direction that you were going. And, you know, for some of you, I kind of just feel that you wouldn't be interested in reconnecting with this person. And I'm also getting that it maybe at this point, it's just been way too long since you guys have even spoken to each other. So that Four of Cups is the disconnection. And we might have a masculine here, you know, they're done playing. They're ready to settle down. They're ready to commit, and they're looking at you. They're thinking of you. That could be where this is coming from. That's where they need your help. Because without your help, without your desire to make this work, it's not going to happen. It's not going to move. And so absolutely, they are feeling huge regrets over past choices, past decisions, because this is one of those situations, guys, where I really feel they think about the times that you guys were together and they're like, what the hell did I do? I really did things wrong here. You know, I messed up. I screwed up. I had a wonderful person in my life, and I just, you know, maybe they just really took you for granted, wanted to play the field, wanted to have their cake and eat it too. The grass is greener on the other side. All sorts of that type of situation. And now they regret it big time. They regret it. That's what I've got here. So what I have for number 2 is you might run across this person, or they might decide to reach out to you. It's, of course, your choice whether or not you want to talk to them. But part of the reason why they find it necessary to reach out is because they feel so incredibly alone without you. They know that they messed up. And if there were third parties or whatever drama might have been happening, that might not be happening now. And so they've got a lot of time to think, and they're thinking about you and wanting you back. The question is, do you want them back? Okay, I'm going to leave that there. So that's what I've got for number 2. That was intense. All right, so whoever that was for, hopefully that made sense. So let's go ahead and take a look at number 3 here. Letting you walk away from me is my biggest regret. I should have fought for you and for us. That kind of goes with the number 2 message, doesn't it? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what's up with this one. So if you chose number 3, okay, here we go. For Cancer, scenario number 3, they let you walk away. You left their life and they regret it big time. And that's got so much to do with what we've already seen, right? In that second message, but who knows? It might go together, but this is a completely separate scenario. All right, here we go. For Cancer, number 3. Oh my God, I've got cards flying everywhere. This one, look at this. We've got the Ten of Swords. It's in the reverse. We've got the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Wands. Okay, so remember, going back to the actual message, you walked away from this situation. That is, if that's what actually happened. For some of you guys, it might be reversed, where they walked away and they regret that. They regret walking away if they didn't fight very hard to make sure that the relationship continued, then they are recognizing that here. Okay, and we see here with the Ten of Swords, I mean, in the upright, it can represent this intense experience through some sort of betrayal. It's like being backstabbed, you know? So something major went down there. And perhaps they feel, you know, like they've already hit rock bottom. It can't get any worse than where things are at between the two of you right now. You know, like it can only go up from here because you guys have already hit that rock bottom type experience. So if let's just say they cheated or there were other people in the mix, what they're telling you here now, if you give them a second chance, that they get it. You know, they want to try again. They still feel this incredible spark when it comes to the two of you. And they know and understand that in order for the relationship to actually work, they're going to have to be with you 100%. You know, they have to be all in. You guys working as a team. They can't have one foot out the door. Oh, look at this. Five of Pentacles. The fives in tarot, they automatically represent challenge. You know, we see that here. The struggles, you know, maybe they feel like you really did leave them out in the cold and that you don't want anything to have to do with them. You guys clearly were in disagreement. There were conflicts here. You know, I kind of feel that this person, they might have been sneaking around, or they definitely did something to rock the boat in this partnership. Look at the next card here. We've got the Ten of Wands. So they feel it. This, to me, kind of represents the heaviness of their regrets. It's like, what did I do? Why did I do what I did? So they're kind of carrying this burden. They didn't fight hard enough for the two of you. And now we've got the Moon. Deception, illusion. It makes sense for me, you know, even with the reverse Ten of Swords right there. It contributed, you know, there was this inevitable end to the relationship because they more than likely did you wrong. They kept you in the dark, you know, they didn't share certain things with you. But look at the next card here. Now they want to start again. They want a new beginning. They still believe that you guys are worth fighting for, and that's something that they did not do before. So when it comes to number 3, they're willing to take a chance. Even though you might end up rejecting them, or, you know, maybe you're just completely closed off to the idea of even talking to this person. But if not, I feel you might just have the opportunity to see this person again. And, you know, it's totally up to you if you open up your heart to the possibility of reconnecting. There we go, the Hierophant. What I feel from this person, they obviously know what life is like without you, and they don't like it. Okay, they know that they were at fault as to why things are the way they are, but they're telling you here, give me another chance and I'll prove to you that I'm 100% fully invested in the connection. I'm committing 100%. And that is their clarity. They see things clearly now. I feel if they were so clouded in their judgment, and that's why, you know, they created so much drama in the relationship before, I feel there's a lot that they've worked on for themselves, and more than likely if there was a third party or whatever was challenging the partnership, they've cut that out, you know, and certain behaviors as well, they've addressed it. And so if you guys are willing to at least sit down and talk things through, you guys might get to a point where a second chance might certainly be worth it. Look at this. And now Divine Feminine, you're showing up as the Empress. So I kind of feel, my feminines, the ball is in your court when it comes to number 3. You might have a masculine who reaches out. You might kind of be annoyed at first because this is somebody I feel that really hurt you. So you might even be thinking, why on earth would I want to talk to you? You know, why don't you go back to where you came from? That kind of energy is what I'm feeling. But for some of you, you might decide, you know what? Let me hear what you have to say. You know, in the least, let me hear what you have to say and take it from there. But I do feel, my feminines, whether or not this is going to work out, if you guys decide to get back together, it falls on you to make that decision, whether or not it can happen to begin with. That's what I've got. All right, guys, so those are the 3 scenarios for Cancer. I do hope that whichever one you chose, you know, helped you out, gave you guidance regarding your situation. But if not, hopefully you were able to watch the other 2 to give you guidance on whatever's happening in your love life. All right, guys, so that's what I have. If you are interested in getting your own personal reading, I would love to do that for you. That info is down below in the description box, as well as the link to all of the decks that you see here. Thank you so very much. I will see you on the next one. Take care.